What's up, YouTube? Today we are going over the best and worst gadgets in Brawl Stars. And to help us do that, we're bringing on pro Brawl Stars player for Space Station Gaming and YouTuber Bobby. What's up, man?
Not much. Happy to be on the channel. What's up, Cory?
Let's go. Happy to have you. Now, guys, we are going to do a full tier list for gadgets sometime soon, but I don't know how you feel about this, Bobby, but I feel like some gadgets are way worse or way better than some others.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Okay, so I imagine they'll do balancing sometime soon, but until then, let's go over our top 10 best gadgets and bottom 3 worst. Why don't we start out with number 10? Who do you have there?
Okay, so for number 10,
Hold up, I'm doing a skin giveaway. Here's the details. First off, giving away 3 copies of my own skin, Coach Mike, and also 3 copies of Mascot Daryl. If you want to enter into the giveaway, they'll be going on during the next 2 videos. Comment within the first 5 minutes of those videos being live, and you will be entered to win. Both videos should be live at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow's video, I'll give away Coach Mike, and then in 2 days, I'll give away Mascot Daryl. If you want a better chance of winning, you should probably subscribe, and it's a good idea to turn on that bell so you get the notification. Okay, back to the best gadgets.
I have Shelly over here. Now, I had
a
lot. I was trying to decide between a few brawlers what I had for number 10, but ultimately, I ended up with Shelly's because Shelly's is really good. And it really helps out her strength. So a lot of other gadgets kind of hide the weaknesses of brawlers, where Shelly kind of just really goes like hand in hand with her strength, which is just getting up to your face and absolutely blasting you.
Makes sense. So when I have a couple questions about this. Well, first of all, I don't know how you feel about this. I found it kind of awkward to use. Is that just me, or did you eventually get used to using this gadget and it was okay?
It took me like 5-10 games to kind of figure out exactly how to use it properly and for it to not be awkward, but when you get it right, it's so lethal. So
are you like, how are you deciding when to use Shelly's gadget? Are you waiting until you have super and only using it then? Or are you using it to get in range to charge super sometimes? How do you decide?
It really depends on the scenario. So if I'm using it to charge super, I like to do it on someone like a Frank or a Primo.
Okay.
So that I can charge super and then get like a full shot off, so I have my recharge almost back.
Okay.
Or I can use it in like dire situations. So even like yesterday, I was the only one alive on my Brawl Ball team. There were three people coming at me, but because I used it, I was able to get right onto the ball carrier and kill him.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. What about number 9?
I was saying, okay, so coming in at number 9, I have Frank. Now, Frank I thought was going to be the most broken.
Yeah.
When I read it, but it really hasn't been that way so far for me. Now, I think maybe after the balances, he might go up because I just think some of them are too broken because, you know, like some of the percentages they gave to the gadgets were a little bit off.
This does seem pretty balanced. Not that you could change it much.
Right, exactly.
Now, are you with Frank's gadget? Are you like using it preemptively before any super, like, or are you like waiting to see if they have something you can disrupt it, or are you doing it just like sometimes they can charge it while you're supering too? You know, how do you decide?
I usually wait, just in case, like if I know I'm not gonna get stunned, I'm not gonna use it obviously. If I see like a Shelly coming towards me or something that I know can stun me and we're like mid game, so they could be potentially close to their super or have their super, that's when I'm using it.
Are you also using it, are you only using it to help your super, like make sure it doesn't get interrupted, or are you using it even without your super too?
No, just purely for the super because Frank's super is just, you know, it's amazing.
That's his best thing for sure. Okay, so what about number 8?
Okay, so coming at number 8, I have Jean. Jean's I'm in love with. Jean being my favorite brawler. This is one of those, unlike Shelly, which hides Jean's weaknesses versus helping the strengths.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of it's pretty basic, but it's pretty OP. You know, anyone close to Jean, he kind of just bounces them away. And he gets that safe distance between himself and his opponent, and at the same time, he also restores 1,000 health. So
what if you're in a game where the enemy team doesn't have like short range or tanky opponents? Are you still like, how are you using it in that case?
Sometimes I've just used it for health, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes I'll be low in health. I'll have like 9 gems or something, and someone will be shooting me. So I'm like, okay, an extra 1,000 health won't hurt me. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, are you ever using it like supering someone and then using it after that? Does that ever happen? One time I tried it. I pulled a Shelly, shot her twice, and then bounced it away.
Yeah.
And it actually wasn't a bad strat because I got 2 shots back on my super. The Shelly shot me once. I gained my HP almost back, and then, you know, I just shot it right away. So it actually wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But I'm mostly saving it just for when people like kind of sneak up on me. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, true. Okay. Well, that's fair. What is next? Number 7?
Yeah, so number 7 we have Max. Now Max is really good.
Max. Okay, so really similar to Shelly's, but probably better, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's really similar to Shelly's, except Max is just like a better brawler. And this one also, like I've been, like I tried like it's pretty crazy. Like I'll try and like super a Max with any super in the game, and he'll just like dodge it somehow. Or try and shoot a Max and he'll just dodge it, or I'll be a ranged brawler on Max, and the next thing I know, he's one tile away from me. But
yeah, so how are you using Max's ability? Are you using it mostly defensively, more offensively, or what?
Well, sometimes, so for example, in Undermine, where the lanes are all grass, I'm actually using it at the very start of the game so I can get in the grass and hide before they even know I'm in there.
Okay, I feel like that's a very high-level competitive move there. Getting that edge up in the first fight.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move, and it's obviously first fights are really important to have position, but just like a basic move could be like dashing near a Piper, or just getting as close to someone as you can that's not gonna absolutely destroy you.
Are you trying to use Max's super first and then use the gadget for like even crazier movement up the map, or is it not that important?
I've tried to do that a couple times, but I found that Max, obviously like all brawlers would be, is far more OP when you have crazy movement. Yeah. So I try and separate the super and the gadget just so I can have more, you know,
overall movement. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What about at number 6?
Okay, so coming at number 6, I have Bo. And Bo's pretty simple. It's very strong. I don't know if you saw some like Snake Prairie clips of people just sitting in a corner charging their supers.
I've seen a couple clips like that. Yeah. I mean, it's got a really small range. So like, how are you, using that in a normal match? Is it just camping in like some grass and charging up your supers, or are there other situations where you don't, because sometimes, in a 3v3 match, maybe you're leaving your teammates to hang while you're, charging your super. How do you do it then?
Right, it's a little bit niche because you can't use it all the time because of how, short range it actually is. You have to put yourself kind of in the right scenario, like the snake scenario. But to be honest, it's one of the best ones. The reason it's at number 6 is just because it's so niche and it's so small, and sometimes on some maps you just can't really use it.
Yeah, if you're moving up and down a lot, it would be pretty difficult, I guess. But that's pretty fair. All right, now, before we go into our top 5, let's go over our bottom 3. So, who do you have as the worst 3 gadgets in the game?
Okay, so for the 3rd worst in the game, I have B. Now,
okay, that's slow,
B's is kind of like Barley, but like it's just not as good.
No
one's really. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, you can't like move it. You can only auto aim it down at the placement, so it's so limited.
Right, exactly. And a lot of people kind of tend to stay away from B and try and just chip at her from range since you're sorry, my English.
No
since
worries.
She's so low HP. So
but what are your bottom 2?
So the second lowest I have is Tick, and this one I'm.
Interesting.
I am happy about this. Everyone knows Tick is annoying to face.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't really add to the annoyance of him. It kind of just helps out with escape or something like that, which is totally fine because Tick doesn't really need to escape too often. He's usually at a range.
He's behind walls. Yeah. So okay, that's fair. What do you have as the worst gadget?
Okay, so for the absolute worst gadget, I have Piper. And this one's pretty interesting because reading it, it sounds okay.
Yeah, 1600 damage.
Yeah, but it's really not that useful because you can only really use it when somebody's close range, and once you're close range with somebody, like, and you're a Piper, it's not going to end up going well.
Yeah.
So even with this, it's still not going to end up doing anything really to majority of the brawlers. It might help 1 out of every 10 times, but for me, it's pretty useless.
All right, that's fair enough. All right, so those are the bottom 3. Let's keep going. Now into the top 5. Who do you have at number 5 for best gadgets?
So coming in at number 5, and I wanted to put this one higher, but the other 4 are kind of just crazy broken.
Okay.
I have Poco. So
Poco's at number 5, huh?
He's a healing machine. He's absolutely crazy now.
Yeah.
I'm very scared that the meta is about to be Poco heal, which I think it's about to be. Him healing all nearby. Is it himself and nearby?
Yeah, himself and allies. Yeah.
Oh, that's
limited
crazy.
range, but It's so much
500
healing.
health per second for 5 whole seconds. That's a lot. When you mix it in with the star power and his super, that's a lot of heals.
It's too much. It's obnoxious. I'm a little upset that they did this. But all right, that was pretty obvious. Let's keep going. What's number 4?
So number 4 I like a lot. It's Crows. Now,
oh, yeah.
Crows is cool because Crow hasn't really been in the meta for quite a while now. And this is actually a really strong gadget. 60% shield for 3 seconds. It can help a lot with plays like jumping in for assassination, trying to score a brawl ball goal when you jump in. 60% reduction of health is really good. Or even like in duo showdown when you can just jump on a team and take out 2 people because you have a crazy shield.
What star power are you using with Crow when uses? Are you using the even more damage reduction so he's like more tanky, or are you going for the damage carrying Crow?
I'm going for the damage one all the way because more damage is it's usually better.
Yeah.
In all cases, and then you throw that with the extra shield now, and it's pretty crazy.
I agree. All right, what about number 3?
So I had a really strong debate about putting this with number 2, but I left it at number 3. It's gonna be Rosa.
Okay. It's an interesting one.
Also really obnoxious. The grass is just crazy. It's a lot of grass. I think it's 3x3 tiles.
Yeah.
Every single one, and it's pretty ridiculous to be honest. Because usually you're holding one lane, like you're not map.
Okay.
So on top of the grass on one side, you're just adding like 15, 16, 17 more tiles of grass for Rosa.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of sneak that you can have.
Yeah, so how are you using it? Are you using it to, like connect grasses, or is it just for like predominantly in one lane, or are you spreading it out?
I'm definitely connecting it all, just because the more grass there is, obviously the more sneaky you can be. If you have just one square 3x3 of grass, then they're gonna more or less know where you are.
Yeah.
But if you have that long range of grass, I'm usually connecting it to already built grass that's already on the map.
Just make one grassy patch even bigger. Yeah.
And then you mix that in with the star power as well.
Yeah, definitely. Are you saving it for later in the game at all, or do you just try to use it as early as possible?
I just try and get it out as early as possible.
Okay.
Just so I can have more of an advantage. I feel almost as if the other team doesn't have any wall breakers or something that can destroy the grass, with Rosa's gadget, the game is pretty much over, like before it started.
That OP. All right, what about number 2?
So coming in at number 2, we have Nita, and Nita's is really good.
Let's go.
This has made Nita one of my favorite brawlers in the game.
Yeah.
Just because of how you can kind of like outplay people almost.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can use this. Personally, I just like throwing the bear on one side and going another way, and then kind of pinching somebody. And if you have hyper bear, I mean, the bears will just absolutely destroy them.
Yeah, so that was one of my questions. Which star power are you using? Are you using hyper bear for more damage, or bear with me to heal up the bear?
Definitely hyper bear, because you get like 2 to like 2.5k damage just with the bear, and then you throw in your shots or your teammates' shots. It's basically going to take out whatever you stun, and the range is pretty decent as well.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. Interesting. Love to see Nita in a better place. She's a really fun brawler.
Yeah.
All right, what about number 1? Your best gadget in Brawl Stars?
So coming in at number 1, we have Jackie.
Jackie's.
This one's just unfair. It's rude, to be honest. I was pushing Jackie and I played it a lot without the gadget. I opened up one box, I randomly got a gadget, and I didn't realize what I was missing out on. It's you start a game, you click the gadget, and you instantly get a kill just because you can run right up to people and kill whoever you want. It's insane.
It's so broken because she has brawlers she dominates. So if there's any brawler she's good against, I use her gadget. Go ahead.
Right, exactly. I see a Sandy, a Jean, a Max, like literally any of the most OP brawlers in the game that aren't tanks. I just click the gadget, run up to them, hit the auto aim button 3 times, and they're dead.
Yeah, and like Brawl Ball, scoring goals. Where are you using it? Are you using it in like Heist and other places too? Finding it really good?
In Heist, I'm using it to take out throwers.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'll use it, I'll tank a little bit of damage, and then I'll be able to take out their thrower, which helps a lot for positioning. But for Brawl Ball, it's more or less trying to get goals or taking out their like Max or Jean or Tara, or whatever their like kind of team carry is.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, guys, those are our top 10 brawlers. Guys, make sure to check out Bobby at his YouTube channel. Put a link down below. Bobby, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out more great tier lists off to the side, and I'll catch you later.